I'm Mark Rothermich, product specialist with Genesis Ag.
And I'm Adam Wolf. I farm here on this farm.
Yeah, Adam's in Southwest Missouri. So we're down here looking at some of the plant roots and some things that Adam's got going. So Adam, this is your second year using our in-furrow program, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We used Revita-N, Morphos, and Carbos.
Okay.
In-furrow with it.
Yeah, so our standard in-furrow program is what Adam used here. And the one you've got would be the
this
control.
Is the control area here where we didn't apply any. This is where we applied it in furrow. And you can just see the difference. As soon as Mark dug it out, you could see that there was no roots coming out in the center of this one, nearly as much as what's coming out in the center of this one. And then once we washed it off, it told the tale of what we'd already seen.
Yeah, not that this is a bad root system. To be honest, I've seen a lot of roots that a lot of farms would be happy with that root system for sure. But yeah, this one seems to be a little more robust, especially like you say, in the center of the plant. Mm-hmm. So Adam, would you share with you just a little bit? You've been working with Genesis now for
5 years. I believe 2015 was my first season, so this is actually our 6th season we're on right now.
Okay, all right. So Adam, share with us, which products or direction is it that is most exciting for you within the Genesis program?
I've really enjoyed working with the PermaCal program. Our soils are completely flat here and only have about 10 to 12 inches of topsoil under that clay base. Mm-hmm. So we hold water in the springtime. That's our biggest issue. Since I've implemented the PermaCal 2 years ago, the water moves through the soil at just enough pace to where I can actually keep my plants alive instead of having that rain that kills everything right after emergence. We've seen that. The other product that I use all the time is Carbos. Mm-hmm. They're just the most concentrated sugar source I can get that you're putting in. What's the rate on that per acre?
4 ounces is typical.
Yeah, 4 ounces per acre instead of going on the open market, finding a molasses or a sugar program to put in. Mm-hmm. And it's cheap and it works, does its job. The other ones as well that I'm excited about, I believe it's the Morphos that we used the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. And we use it in conjunction with cutting some fertilizer back. Mm-hmm. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we've done that and still maintain plant, if not increase plant health with it. I guess time will tell if that's really doing its job as sold to allow more phosphorus to become available in the soils. But yeah, that's an exciting product as well. So
your results last year were encouraging.
Yep.
I know you adjusted some of your nitrogen rates a little bit last year as well.
Yes, yeah, last year we were hitting 250 bushel corn on 200 applied nutrients, mm-hmm. or 200 applied nitrogen last year. So it was allowing nitrogen to come available as well. And this year we cut our phosphorus back as well, hoping to have the same results and cut our nitrogen back even a little more. Looking for a 0.7 of a pound efficiency rate on the nitrogen. And
then we think that's a good starting place for most guys. And then, we're hoping that as we go down the road that we can maybe even get more efficient than that even. Adam, if you could use just a couple of words, 1 or 2 words or a short phrase, what would be maybe the most important thing that you're trying to address on your farm?
Drainage. It's always drainage issues here. Early season, lots of rain. You got to get the water moved off. Mm-hmm. We have a week usually to get our crop in, and then it's up to the weather after that. So anything that we can do to improve drainage and improve water moving down through the soil profile is our biggest issue here.
Adam, since you've been with us for several years, I'd for you maybe just with your experience with the products, with interaction and the services from Genesis, give us your overview of, I assume you like us since you've been still working with us, but why? What are some of the reasons maybe that you enjoy working?
The main reason is availability. You guys are available to me anytime, and the resources that you bring to my farm are just unheard of. The way you guys come in, Mark's been here 4 times this year on my farm, taking tests. What was the test we sent out? Was that the Haney test or was that a different test we sent out?
We've done a variety of things, yeah.
Yeah, so we test in season, we look, they're here with me. I make one call, one more call gets me in contact with the president of the company, which is great, as well as the people that the president of the company knows mm-hmm. In high yielding environments. His Phillips information that he has is worth $1 million. I'm not quite paying that to get it, but
not yet.
But the availability that these guys give me with products and information, research, as well as mainly just taking an interest in my farm. They're one of the only companies that's ever came to my farm and actually pulled a soil sample and actually done stuff on my dirt with my project in mind and not a shotgun shot at it. So that's why I really enjoy working with Genesis and Mark. He's good, he comes with the deal.
So the big buzzword in agriculture at this time, Adam, obviously sustainability, which can have a lot of different meanings. what does sustainability mean to you, and how do you see Genesis Ag working into that for your future?
So sustainability, in my opinion, is a little too much of a buzzword, because people are coming to me on my farm that we've been farming for over 120 years and telling me I need to make it more sustainable. Okay, good for you. I am the generation that just needs to not lose it. That's the pressure that's already on me. So why would I do anything to hurt the value or the quality or anything to negatively impact my soils? And I wouldn't. That's why people like Genesis come in and help me. If I can cut back a little bit on fertilizer or the salts I'm putting on my soil. We have made mistakes. Obviously, production agriculture has made mistakes, but I don't think I would throw everybody under the bus as not being sustainable for those mistakes. So if we can just continue to just make small steps, cutting back fertilizer a little, but maintaining, that's our goals, obviously, to get through there. But yeah, there's you can look around any farm in America, as far as I'm concerned, that's been at it for 30 or 40 or 100 or 200 years. That is the definition of sustainability. So yeah, we're there, we're just tweaking it.
So Adam, you talked about the PermaCal, and we've seen tremendous changes in your soil in the last couple of years since you've been using that, just the tilth of it. We talked about that earlier. You've also been working with our biological program. Tell us a little bit. Our program is fairly diverse, but what are the things about our biological program that you find attractive, things that you find as reasons to work?
When I started researching more high yielding stuff in 2013, 14, and 15, I realized that's probably not all going to be about how much fertilizer I can pour onto the ground, because every soil is different. And unfortunately, my soil, I can't pour a ton of one nutrient on it and actually get a reaction from that one nutrient. Whenever we got to looking in with Genesis and notice the biologicals and what the biological counts are on successful people's farms, that's whenever we made a U-turn, probably in 2019, away from shoving stuff into the plant to trying to make more stuff available for the plant. And that's the U-turn we took. And I think that's why we're seeing the benefits of just the better soil health overall, is because of the biological program. I've seen more improvement over the past 2 years with the biological program than we did in the previous 5 to 6 years.